Howdy folks, welcome to the Dayton Air Show. This whole air show is a bit of a bucket list item for me. I've always wanted to come here, and it just so happens that I happen to be in Dayton for 2.5 months. It also has a bucket list aircraft, although it's none of these planes behind me, none of the big ones. It's actually the Goodyear blimp. I've always wanted to see this, and I was fortunate enough to go to the Indy 500 this year, and they had it circling above, but I've never been up close to it. So I'm beelining straight for it and pretty much ignoring everything else for the moment. It's absolutely mahoosive. I can't like begin to describe just how vast this thing is. It's so cool. Unfortunately, you can't actually get on board. The stairs like a good foot off the ground, and someone tried it and the guy's like, no, please get off, which is a shame, because I mean, my life goal was to see the thing, and I've been up and touched it, so that was more than I could ever hope for. But maybe I was being a bit too optimistic and going and have a look. But wow, this is a great start. And speaking of getting on board, just where that Huey is over there, you can pay to go on one. I did look at doing that. It was about $100, and you get like a 10-minute flight around the airfield and a bit over into Dayton. It's not something I went for, because I've got a budget for a bigger trip that I've got coming up very shortly. But that is an option. You can also, if I spin back round where the B-29 is, you can go on that. They do rides. It's about $600 to sit in like the waist gunner seats, and then it's up to like $1,500 or something to sit in the cockpit. Like, what an experience that would be. And if you've got the finances to do so, why wouldn't you? I do not have the finances to do so, so I have to look at it from the outside, which is still very cool. And I got to see it land this morning, which was an absolute bonus. Didn't expect that at all. I'm gonna move on for the blimp. I'm gonna like detach myself from it and go and check out some of these smaller jets, and we'll start with this big jet. The wide angle lens on the GoPro does not do this justice. It is enormous. Gonna have to talk over this clip because there's music going, but that is a very early look at the Thunderbirds, which will be the main act today about 3:15 time. An aerobatic display team. I'm very much looking forward to seeing them. I'll try and come over here whilst it's quiet before it gets busy. You see everyone's already setting up their you know, the little seats and things, getting themselves comfortable. Let's go and look at this FedEx.
Just get an in spot.
Couldn't really hang around in that one. It was busy coming up the stairs behind me, so I didn't want to overstay my welcome. But very cool to see the inside of cargo aircraft. You see them coming in and out of East Midlands Airport all the time, so it's nice to actually have a look at what's going on inside. This is going to be the place to be later for some lunch. It's all the food stands. Elephant ears and fried Oreos. I have more questions than I feel like I'll get answers to. Otherwise there's hamburgers, hot dogs, all recognisable items.
Not how birds turn by rolling. So they realize you need to, and this of course has you need some way to roll the airplane.
I've seen the Red Bull Air Show in person. It's bloody bonkers how they throw these things around the sky. Absolutely incredible. The pilots are nuts. I always recommend watching it. It's great fun. I built a model of that one over there, the Stearman, the biplane. The Breitling Wingwalkers, for those who remember that, they used to perform on those, the PT-17s I think they were. Tremendous sound they make, absolutely fantastic. Sadly, I think the Wingwalkers stopped actually, or they rebranded or something. They used to have this fantastic orange and white livery. I'll flash a picture up. One of my favourite acts always at an air show, and then they stopped doing it. Great shame. I'm hoping to find a programme somewhere. They had some by the main entrance by security, but obviously I had all my stuff in my hand. I didn't have any cash to spare, so see if I can find one over here somewhere. It's very sprawling, the layout of this. Most ones I've been to is all very condensed together. This is absolutely enormous. I hope this comes up on camera, but that guy's got the best view. It just sinks back below the fuselage. That's incredible. I'll go in there in just a second. One last look at the Constant Phoenix. Let's go up around the back of this one. I don't know why, but the Luftwaffe are here today. That has made me chuckle this morning. It's all very American, other than the A400 from the Luftwaffe. I don't know if they're contracted to be here or they just happen to be here. It's just quietly making me laugh. The size of these things, look.
Six out of 7 count.
Is it agile or is it
yeah,
very heavy?
It's yeah.
was that. Don't often get to go in them, let alone in the cockpit, so I absolutely jumped at that opportunity. Very cramped in there, but the seats themselves are very spacious. The guy in there was having a little chat about what the capabilities of that are. Very, very cool. I didn't really want to overstay my welcome because it was quite cramped in the little like landing at the top of the stairs. Let's go see how it compares to the A400. Interesting comparison between the C-17 and the A400 there. I don't know if it's just the, I don't know, like the doctrine, but the C-17 was very much like stripped out, nothing was in it, everything that didn't need to be in there had gone. Whereas the A400, I would almost go far to say it was comfortable in there, it was quite smart and tidy. So it's just interesting how they're two sort of similar capabilities, i.e. heavy lifting, but two completely different ways of doing it. Just popped down the end here to check out the Chairman's Club, which is where, if you're made of money, you can enjoy the air show in comparative luxury. I'll flag up on the screen a picture of the different like levels of hospitality you can get, and it does make you laugh. It's all the way up from, you know, proper seats and gazebos to you're lucky if you get a portable toilet. Depends how much money you want to pay. Peasants like me are way back down there somewhere on the grass. So yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to be well worth it. I was just coming all down this end just to see if there's anything going on other than these tents, and no, there's not. So we'll head back up. Of course the bus has gone in the way. That was the B-29 taking off. Just what I saw it this morning as I came in. Far better view. Couldn't make it up. Really, buses in the way.
I have not seen them yet. Okay.
Can you imagine Leicestershire police turning up in that? Different world. Why at an air show is there an anti-air system? That is hilarious. I always love an aircraft that's just in chrome. It just looks tremendous. This is why you always get to an air show early, so that you don't have to queue for anything. You can just wander around at your leisure. wondering why I'm wandering around pretty aimlessly, there's a reason for that. They didn't like put out the schedule for the event, so I have no idea where anything is flying. And I just had a quick look through the program that I bought, and there's nothing in there that's obvious. So I'm just waiting for stuff to start, I guess. Because came in early, wandered around, it's now busy, so I'm waiting for the flight displays, but I don't know when they start. We'll find out.
That's what they're doing here. Basically taking a big bow to introduce themselves here to this Dayton audience. How many G's do you think he's pulling there? Not just we can do it, we can, you know, great old rock and roll. Alright. He looks happy when it does. Really love to show this thing off. You gotta imagine, if you took all the helium out of this thing, it is almost 20,000 pounds of mass.
Let's talk about that airplane, a Subsonics. This one is the first hit ever. Sonics aircraft.
Oh, I just did one!
They go to their next air show, but how cool is it?
All of the trailer and everything, and the Harley crowd come over and they're like, oh yeah, trailer. And they want to see some chrome. Because you see, there's two Windwalkers, and they are going to tell their story. Romance, love, flying to the sky. Which love is bedevil. It gives you everything that they know to be true about love. Glimpses if you think you can. While we tempt fate with open hand. Fear what you will. Not for we. This is our love, our destiny. Get it? It is more than appropriate to I heart them right now. If you want to give them the I heart, there.
Hard hands, there you go.
Hard hands.
Well, it looks like Joe's got her in his arms again. Look at this.
Look at that.
Down on one knee. Look at this on. Lights on. Eyes right. Maybe not. The guy was not.
So they're in sections, right?
Yeah, they are.
Which means the wingmen are watching the center plane lead. And yet, those section leaders have to be watching their collective wings and swap. It's complicated. Not easy what they're doing.
No, it's not. You think about it, see, the lead pilot really having to work hard to keep everything super being a Evo pilot, I guess. Just doesn't look right at all. No. Talk about that rigid rotor system on that thing. It's a spectacle in itself, a marvel of engineering.
It has a titanium rigid rotor head system. A giant block of titanium rotor heads made out of professionalism, and we're out here having a great time. And it's like, we need to turn this up. We need to do more. We need to do better. And we all appreciate it. Kevin bringing that to the team.
What he does and what's needed to do what he does so well.
And he's got that Louisiana accent. You may need an interpreter if you have a chance to talk to him later. Especially when he's all fired up.
Oh yeah, and the more he gets fired up, the louder it comes out. I'll tell you, love it.
It's always impressive to me. I think deep in his heart, Kevin thinks he's a helicopter as he's hovering up there, like just hanging on the prop.
Come on, Dayton. Airplanes aren't supposed to do that. Look at Kevin over there. The Red Bull Air Force just parked in the sky.
All that confidence. So as Kevin gets
Squadron was known as the Snow White Squadron. 9 airplanes, Snow White and 7 boards. Wicked Witch.
and of course this is Doc.
This is Doc.
Doc is on the nose. That's why the red stripes are on it, because of the job that it did. It's all painted up authentically. Look and listen to that.
Let's welcome Doc. They said, "Man, let it be a surprise." The B-29 Doc.
You'll want to do it in slow motion too. Oh! It actually tossed the bomb ahead. It disappeared, coming out there. Stay, keep rolling. There, out of the smoke. Oh, yes.
Company event right out there. Visit DaytonAirShow.com for more information about having a corporate chalet here today. Mike Peterson, you see him out there. A little fence, you'll see it. It looks like a raised spot there on the wing when it comes back around. It's invisible even here. But look at this thing. One of the most feared aircraft in the sky, especially in North Vietnam. Back in the late 60s, 70s. If we let those stories die again, that's not what this is about. We want you to take the fire that you see here today and go home and tell your own story, because many people are not. Typical Randy Ball right here from the right. Look at this, the big 17.
I just encountered a very niche issue, which is that the bus that I was going to get home tonight, it turns out that is the last bus. I can't miss it. So I need to leave here at 3:30. And the main event, the Thunderbirds, starts at 3:15. So that's not worked out very well. Being interrupted by very cool acrobatics. I will record as much as I can before I have to make my escape, and somewhat pray that they are still on time and launch at 3:15. We'll see.
We are first, last, and always a jets to be combat ready in 72 hours to provide the protection under which our democracy operates. Today, you will witness the unparalleled teamwork, aerial precision, and raw power employed in combat.
That took 20 minutes for them to get set to take off. I'm at the point where I've called it and I'm heading to the bus. Honestly. Would have been nice if that was 5 minutes ago. There we have it, folks, the Dayton Air Show. Thanks for coming with me. I'll put my thoughts at the end because I've got too many to speak about right now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.